How do you do it? Let me see. Mm. Y'all know Austin don't know nothing about this stuff. I think it's this one. Okay. Where's mine? Oh, y'all, I remember. Let's see. Let's see here, chat. What am I doing here? Let's see here. Shout out to the chat. Beast is in here. Y'all know what I'm trying to do. Let me see. General. Let me see. Network. Open network stash. Wireless. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. I knocked the cord out, y'all. My apologies. I had to make sure the gizmo was laying down. She's eating dinner. And we're gonna make sure we got this thing going. Okay, that's a good sound. Y'all, Awesome is not the most technically savvy. So let's see. Kendra G's thoughts on TOUGTH. Oh, that didn't come out as right. That didn't come out right, y'all. Let's see, clear. Let's do it again. KENDRA space G. The hell is a G? GS. I know y'all be laughing at Awesome. I know y'all be rolling. Thoughts. Kendra G's thoughts. I'm gonna go back to, that's her and Ashy Foot, y'all. If y'all don't know. Y'all wanna laugh? Shout out to the chat. How many of y'all got it here? Hey, y'all wanna see, y'all Kendra, this was Ashy Foot everybody always talking about. Look at Kendra. Kendra shows up on IG, man, on IG. Boy, Kendra was happy. Look at her. Look at her. Look at Ashy Foot. His feet ashy. Look at his feet ashy. I see they call him Ashy Feet, y'all. He got the motherfucking Nigerian slippers on. Look at her. Well, she don't talk about this. That's probably the night he gave her that diamond necklace she be wearing. He is scam for. He said, this is how we do it in my culture. Kendra G, my heart is so full. Boy, baby, bless you with a money shower. Look at her. She don't never talk about these days, y'all. Oh, and ain't nothing wrong with Kendra wanting to be in a relationship, y'all. There's nothing wrong with Kendra wanting to be in a relationship. There's nothing at all wrong. It's just I would wish she would clear up her dirty laundry before she tries to act as if she really has the best interest for black women. Now, shout out to everybody, y'all. This is what we're here for. All right. So take a stroll down memory lane slightly. Appreciate the chat for being in here with a beast of a man. You know what I mean? Only I can do these things the way I do it because I'm not afraid. So, everybody sit back and enjoy Kendra G's thoughts. Say good. And we're going to get right into it. I do apologize, y'all, for my attire ahead of time. I was trying to get ready. However, time was consuming me, and I don't like to keep my people waiting. Y'all time, I respect y'all time, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm not never nobody who gonna change with that. People's time to me is ever precious, and that's just the way that it is. Y'all hear the Gizmo back there flushing, but she's just trying to fight off sleep. So, everybody, let's sit back. Oh, we got the chat jumping. Let's see where we're going. Kendra G's and Zach Bullock's thoughts. We're gonna really interested to hear. This is my first time seeing this, everybody. Y'all, I apologize for my attire. I'm not dressed properly. Oh, hey, Toombs, good to see you. Haven't seen Toombs. Toombs, you know what's crazy? Somebody asked me about you today. They literally asked me about you today. Who asked me? It was mine, if I'm not mistaken. It was her. She asked me literally about you today. That's funny how you can speak people up. Plus, again, y'all, I apologize for my attire. I was moving around, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get ready. And I was late. So y'all getting the jogging suit today. No shirt and tie. The other thing about neighborhoods. Kick up, y'all. Enjoy.
Are different. There's always been the case. There's always been double standards that benefit both genders. That's the bottom line. There's things that women can do that men cannot do, and vice versa. Men live with that every day and they accept it. Women are the ones who have a problem accepting the reality of their fate, especially when they sit around, pop these babies out. I'm not taking care of your bastard baby. I don't care nothing about it. That's that. Anybody who signs up for it is a sucker. I said it. If you don't like it, then that's up to you. But that's it would be like me asking Kendra, you're a very successful woman. It would be like asking you to pay full price for a used car. Hold on. Okay, like what? Who would pay full price for a used car?
So let me ask you. I'm gonna come in now because there's bullshit that's always
But just real quick, I know it's a lot of he's trying to say it's a lot of double standards within the world. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of his answers to his questions is simply because I'm a man. Yeah. And he thinks that is justification. So he's saying, oh, women should be married, even though you've had babies with two women and you said they were trash. He said, I just wanted to box. So basically, in essence, he's saying, you should have been strong enough to not give me the box. But you just said that women need to be submissive to men and that they should do what you say and follow your lead. You know what I'm saying? So that means you led them to single motherhood. Right. Does that make sense? Like you can't.
Okay, let me take a moment, y'all, to firstly acknowledge Zach. He is a black man, so I wanna give him the respect that's commensurate. This is my first time seeing this interview, y'all, so I never particularly heard it before. This is all new to me. I had heard about it, but I had never actually viewed it. Gizmo hears me, y'all, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. You know what I'm saying? If it gets too rocky, we'll just have to reschedule. But she should be asleep shortly. Let me get back on task. Okay, now, what I think we have to keep in mind that Zach understands that where his bread is buttered. Zach is a man who works for Kendra. I've seen Zach do very feminine behavior. I'm not calling him gay, but I've seen, because that wouldn't be fair or responsible. But I've seen I've seen behavior that I wouldn't do. I've seen him do things that were very effeminate. You know what I'm saying? While he was working for her, while he was on that, she did one of those live shows in Chicago. And Zach is not the sort of man who could have ever made it through and been through what I've been through and to get what I've gotten from it. So we come from different spaces. So I get that. My only issue is this. When you're speaking on certain things, you should have what they should have did. If you're gonna have this if you're gonna have this conversation, what they should have did. What up? Shout out to my brother Tank. What up, though, Big Tank? They should have had me come on to say, hey, let's get his perspective with this man. Because I told them that I wouldn't do it with Russell because a white man had no business trying to correct me nor trying to talk about me, because it's everybody knows it's twice as hard to get half as much for a black man. So don't come in here as a white man trying to tell me shit. You don't have the ability to correct me. You don't have the ability to tell me how I should view the world when you as a white man have had the entire world laid at your feet. You know what I'm saying? In America specifically. So that was my issue. Let's keep moving and see what Zach got to say, though.
On one hand, he wants to have the macho, oh, I'm the man, do as I say type thing going. But then on the other side of it, it's like, oh, you should have made a better decision with your vagina then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways.
Okay. That's where you're wrong, Zach. This is where you're wrong. And bless his heart, because once again, y'all, I know that he recognizes that he can't say the things that I say, even if he did agree with me. It's very unpopular I have a very unpopular position. So I get that. Shout out to my baby Edible. What's up, baby? Appreciate you for being here. The issue is this. If you y'all please try not to pay Gizmo too much mind. I'll try to do that as well, you know what I'm saying, as I lock in on what he's saying. My position, Edible, what I'm saying specifically before you got in here is that I wish they would have, if you were going to have this conversation, I would have respected them more had they had me on. Because I did say I was open to talking to Zach on my second interview. I said I would have. So that would have gave me an opportunity for him and I to have a conversation mano a mano, right? But to do this in this type of fashion and not and they benefit yet X me out and then not give me an opportunity to defend my position because people said in the chat they wanted to see me talk to a man. Well, this was your opportunity. You see what I'm saying? This was your opportunity, but yet you let it pass. My position with Zach is simple. Double standards are always going to be there. And I want my chat to understand this. The world is made up of that. Everybody says this all the time, y'all. We've all played sports at some level. We've all been involved in workspaces where someone could get away with something that someone else simply couldn't. What we don't do is continue to run around and cry about it because someone else has more access than us. There's a saying, y'all, that Jimmy Johnson will often tell his players, I'm going to treat everyone fair, but I'm not going to treat everybody the same. Why? Because everybody is not the same. And so this rule book, like one size fits all, when we've seen so many examples in our life, whether they be personal or whether they be professionally or whether they be in the world, we've seen multiple times where the standard was different based on who was involved. We've seen it over and over again, Zach. So once again, this is why a lot of black men are feminized, and I'm not calling him gay, y'all. When I say gay, y'all, I know I mean it. But I'm saying they've been feminized to the point where they don't have the ability to think for themselves, and they listen to women. And these women, they talk like women, trying to poke holes in men's arguments. Masculine men at that. Shout out to Pink Rose, the lovely Pink Rose into the chat. Everybody, please greet the Pink Rose properly. I'm rolling.
You know what I'm saying?
you're telling women to look past them, to go get those men that make $40,000-$50,000, those men that make the world go round, which I agree with. You know what I'm saying? Some of those guys could probably make great husbands. But then
some, Zach, or most? Some, Zach. See, this is once again, y'all have to pay attention to language. Why would he say some? Most of these brothers are quality black men. They don't necessarily meet a height requirement. They don't necessarily meet a financial requirement. But these are black men who are solid brothers, right? They may not be as dynamic or as charismatic as a certain individual, myself included, Big Tank in my chat. You know what I'm saying? Whatever case, they're going to be in instances like that. But these are solid black men. Don't use the word some, most. A lot of these black men would make wonderful husbands. I'm rolling.
You want you in the shell setup.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You can have that mindset, but until you get the actual structure to raise your family, build your family, you can't make these demands without it.
Okay.
Because if a woman...
Now, here's the let me say this, y'all. And this is why I'm gonna always push back at comments like this. Because I asked somebody one day, I said, so wait a minute. Hey, Tank, this is how I hit him. I said, so basically y'all saying if I were rich, then I could say what I'm saying, right? So basically, Tank, according to them, they said basically you the perfect man. You 6 feet, you over 200 pounds, you got swag, you got guts. You can say whatever you want to say if you got the money. So my question then becomes this, Tank. So if I don't have the money and the money is taken away, does that mean my masculinity and does that mean that I'm supposed to sacrifice everything I believe in? Does that mean that my world, so clearly according to them, my world is turned upside down because I should not be a man because of what you say. So when I was getting money, when I was pushing all that poison on people, would that have been okay? So basically, if I'd have came on here a year before Gizmo was born, right? If I'd have came on here, Big Tank, a year before Gizmo was born, right? And I came on here stunting, does that give me more credence to my argument then? Because it clearly is a financial component. So let's deal with the financial component. And if anybody disagrees, I have no problem. You know what I'm saying? With the push. I'm here for it today. Shout out to my dog MABW. I got time today. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes commensurate with the chat. Appreciate y'all so much. A beast of a man is in here rolling. Big Tank in the house. I got the chat rolling. Pink Rose, Toombs. You know what I'm saying? The lovely Ediva. You know what it is. You know who it is.
And you would say she's crazy.
Yeah. I think that two things can be true. Like, I agree with you. But this is why, ladies, in the end, the reality that I have to co-sign, the baby does fall on the woman, right?
Yes.
You do got to start being wiser who you decide to procreate with, because unfortunately, the man can walk out. And I want you to hear this part where he talks about how his baby mamas, anybody being with them is a sucker. Like, so I know I'm going kind of fast because I know Zach don't got that much time. He got a lot of jobs. Yeah, so
Yes, ma'am.
if any man dated your baby mamas,
Yes.
you think he's a sucker?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you, and Kendra, you know what? Just to keep it, you really want some content?
Let me tell y'all why I said that, because I never really truly cleared that part up. First of all, my oldest daughter's mother, that bitch ain't shit. She was never anything, and I didn't know that then. She was light-skinned, she was pretty. I had no idea she was the snake that she was. And what she put my daughter through because she didn't like me, I'll never have respect for her to the day I die. It has nothing to do with, oh, he love her, he want to be with her. That has nothing. I can't stand that bitch, and she know it, right? Right? And I've mentioned that to y'all because, once again, y'all, there's certain stories that I do not have the ability to tell. They're not my stories to tell. However, if y'all knew what my oldest daughter went through, right? As a, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, from her own mother, I'll give y'all just one story. When my daughter was married, when my daughter finally got married because of her father's tutelage, right? Her mother told her, and this is a direct quote, my daughter told me, she said, I can't believe you. Why would you get married? I couldn't be with just one dick at night. This is what her mother told her. So miss me with the you had children, her, you should care about her. I care about the people who care about me. I'm not no feminized black man who run around here trying to make friends with people. Shout out to the lovely El Cheapo. El Cheapo is announced, everybody. Make sure y'all greet El Cheapo properly. I'm rolling.
Keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. Today is my mother's birthday. Today would have been my mother's 65th birthday. Am I saying that right? She's born in 59. 65. So 331. And I love my mother. I love her dearly. My father should have never married her. Dang, let me say that again. My father should have never married my mother. It was a bad bet.
I want to say something, y'all. See, here's the thing, y'all. A black man like him could never understand that. I want to say this, y'all. My mother did everything for me. My mother was an exceptional woman. I remember her cooking, cleaning, teaching, loving, guiding. I remember all of these things, right? But it wasn't about that. It was about that bitch of a daughter she had. I remember seeing things inside the house. I remember the hell she rose. I remember her creating dysfunction in that home. I remember it, right? My mother got pregnant by a guy named Tony. Nigga wasn't shit, y'all, back in 77. Nigga was a loser. I don't ever remember her bringing back, we lived in the same house for all of 16 years. I don't ever remember seeing that nigga buy one ice cream cone or buy one pair of shoes. My father was the one who provided everything for her, yet he never got the respect that was commensurate with the job that he did. So what do y'all think I'm supposed to, as a man, I'm not supposed to pay attention? So what I'm trying to do is get men to stop to look outside of how you feel for a woman. How you feel has nothing to do with what needs to be done. This is how men move. You don't like that. You don't want a man. You want somebody who's going to be your equal and your best friend. Well, go get you a cat. Go get you a fucking gerbil. But you ain't gonna get an awesome. I'm rolling. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all for being here. And like I say, y'all, I'm not saying I'm correct about everything, but what I'm saying is this. You have to have principles in life. And when my father, when he got back out of the army, my mother was a bad bet. She was not worthy of him. She wasn't. She wasn't. She was not. She did not know how to deal with the issues that they were having. You know, this is why I tell you women what? Keep your business to yourself when you got your man. I tell my daughter, don't bring your problems to me talking about your man. Why do I say that, y'all? Because you can forgive him. You'll forgive him, but the world and your family won't. And then now you've created a divide in your very house. This is, you cannot, a house divided against itself what, y'all? Cannot stand. See, we want to play games, but you can't play games with awesome. I'm rolling.
Stand back for your father to marry your mother.
Great question. Because my father killed my mother September 6, 2006. And then he killed himself. I was in prison doing time in the hole. Allegedly, this is what I did. I stabbed the guy in the eye, you know what I'm saying, about a fight, about a basketball game, and some stupid stuff. They put me in the hole and buried me. I got a call September 12th. September 12th, 2006. It was a bad
Facts,
day
Tank.
because one of the children that she popped out, one of those bastards, played a game of Mickey Mouse. Played a game that they should have never played between our parents. And she didn't do it, but she played a role in it. So this is another. So that story I was telling you about why I don't do it. They're unappreciative stepchildren. You never get full value. You get all of the responsibility, but none of the credit. It's always the black woman that gets lifted up. Oh, my mama did this. Stepdaddy came through being a sucker. We just needed him for his paycheck. You see, black men take this bet. We're the only race of men that are told to take this stupid ass bet and say, hey, take this leftover broad. Take this broad who thinks that she deserves a man after she's been dragged through the mud. We're the only race of men that are told that. No other race of men accept these women, Kendra. They don't. And that's facts.
Well, can I get this?
Let me say this, y'all, because I want to make this clear. If your children was born in wedlock, because this conversation, it's not for you. I'm talking to these women who had these children out of wedlock and then they are making demands on a man. Now you have an issue. So that's what it is. And if you don't like that, then don't be triggered when see, here's the thing, what I've noticed, y'all, a lot of times. Only hit dogs holler. Women who have had, and if your relationship didn't work for whatever the situation is, but your children were born in wedlock, men get that's a different, especially if you're rearing them correctly, and you know what I'm saying. And there's not to say that there's not a life outside of it. That's not to say there's a life outside of it. We're talking about specifically these women who have come to the date, who've come over to the date market, steady telling black men what they owe, and they have no humility. That's the major problem. You have no humility. You don't come to the date market humble and saying, "Hey, I didn't make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? I messed up. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm looking to rebound. I'm looking to finally get on a man's page. I'm looking to be of value. I'm looking to be sensible. I'm looking to be selfless." No, you don't come like that. You come with, these my package, these my kids deal with it, this, that, and the third, like you got an attitude, like you putting demands on a beast of a man. You ain't putting no demands over here, baby. You don't put no demands on, you put demands on these cowards that come on this Kendra G show. You don't put none over here. I'm rolling.
You may, man. That's your platform. Yes, you may.
Well, first of all, I think knowing the backstory of what happened with your parents explains you more to me. I mean, that's very traumatic. The fact I want to bring you in right here with that real quick, Zach.
Let me speak on that. I don't have no trauma behind that. I have scars. That's been gone. I would have never brought it to the internet. I'm a man who cannot be hurt. I'm a day walker. My entire point is this: I don't need no fake love or no fake I don't need no fake empathy. I don't come here to trauma dump. I'm coming here to get black men to understand that you have to that this is what happens when you make bad decisions with women. You get jammed up, and there's so many black men that have provided for children that did not respect them. They did not respect them. As soon as the first thing out of their mouths, as soon as they upset, nigga, you ain't my daddy. That's the first thing out of their mouth. So we want to try to act like that don't exist. It absolutely do. I'm rolling.
I think that was where I kind of shifted with him, because that's traumatic. You know, I lost my mother, and that's traumatic in itself. Now, if my father killed my mother, I don't even know if I would be alive. Like, you know, so in that moment when he revealed that his father killed his mother, and
the lovely pink rose is always a woman indeed. Thank you.
To a certain degree, I understand, and it blames the stepchildren, which is his half brother or sister, because he called them bastard kids, so they weren't his father's kids. So there's a lot of trauma, and I'm not no therapist.
Yeah.
But at that moment, I was like, okay, this is.
Yeah, I mean, now I understand it, man. He's hurt. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee.
Okay, let me tell you something. See, now this is when y'all now y'all will excuse me if I get a little if I get a tad disagreeable. I don't like when people try to patronize me, because they could have had me on here to get my perspective. That's what you could have done. But then you start making the decision. I'm not no woman, my nigga. I'm not hurt about shit, Zach. So if this gets to you, then you'll understand. So if this gets to you somewhere and you want to have a conversation about it, even though 8-9 months ago, I'm absolutely willing and open to do that. There's no hurt over here. This isn't a position of hurt. This is just facts. All I'm doing is to report. I'm like the weatherman reporting the fucking weather. He don't have no, listen, it could be 78 degrees and sunny. It could be a fucking blizzard. It don't matter. He's just there to report the facts. So all of this trying to feminize me and trying to contrive or trying to wrap this. Hey, Tank, we ain't going for none of that. We're real men over here. We're not going for none of that. We take our problems to the Creator. Those tears been gone. That pain, does the pain of it go away? No, but you become numb. It was a point, but that was that. I don't come over here to trauma dump. And the women in my chat know that, and the real men in my chat know. We don't do no trauma dumping over here. Also don't do no trauma dumping. This ain't no trauma dumping channel. All right? I deal with the circumstances as they are, and I adjust accordingly. That's that. I'm rolling.
Probably loved and looked up to his father a lot. And then
If you wondered that, then why didn't you have me come on to have my own perspective? This is what happens when you don't have somebody else on to give their perspective. Zach, Kendra, this is the only thing that the one she did by herself, y'all, was fine. She did that by herself. You know what I'm saying? Kendra was entitled to it. I gave her the content. And you know, clearly she could do this. However, this was not, Kendra calls herself a journalist. This is not journalistic behavior. This is one-sided. This is commentary. This is not journalists. Journalists report facts and they step back and let people give their opinions therefore. They just tell it what it is. A man was walking down the street, he got hit by a car. You see what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? What you think about what happened on the news is what you think about it. But they're there as independent arbitrators. This is not an independent arbitrator situation. This is a commentary back and forth. If they wanted my perspective, she should have asked me to come on. I would have gladly accepted, and then we could have had this real conversation. This is not a real conversation, this.
thinks about the reason of why his father's not here. He sees his mom and he sees his brothers and sisters. You know,
the mother said too, the father killed the mother and then the father killed himself.
Yeah, I mean, but think about that. That's traumatic. I don't know what that's like.
I don't know.
That's so traumatic, and he's definitely hurt. And after seeing that, Kendra, I feel a lot of empathy for the brother, and I feel like he's trying to do the best he knows.
That's facts, Tank. And this is what happens when you try to feminize. What they try to do, Tank, is try to feminize black men, because you're a female of a man. You're a man who's wrapped in your emotions and how you deal with and how you would process it. You push that on me. That's exactly what that is, Tank. That's that. Shout out to Tank for understanding that. Tank, I was been unfamiliar with that word gaslighting for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ever really truly understanding of it, but now I get it a lot more. This is exactly what, when you're unable to address a circumstance for what it is, you want to try to make it something that it's not. Bro, ain't nothing feminine about this man over here. Nothing about me is hurt. Those scars have cauterized. That's what that is.
And I don't think he's right in a lot of his thinking. That's the good thing about us. We don't all have to think alike.
Right.
It's a lot of
Shout out to
things
Tank,
I don't
smart man.
agree with him on. But just because I don't agree with him on some of the ways he thinks, don't mean I can't have empathy for somebody.
Yeah. Don't need your empathy, my dog.
Yeah.
But see, once again, this is what happens when you're on a woman's platform.
It is a lot.
And that's another thing that we have to stop doing. And I'm finna get on my preaching. But a lot of times in our culture, when we don't agree with somebody or some of their thoughts, we so quick to throw that person away. You know what I'm saying? Oh, forget that person altogether. I'm so done. You know what I'm saying? But we really need to start having more empathy for each other. You know what I'm saying? And I can see.
Yeah, I don't believe in empathy, Zach. I don't want none, nor do I look for it. I only want people who see the best in me and to see the work that I do every day to recognize me. I'm not here for everybody. That's different between me and you, Zach. I'm not looking for empathy, sympathy, or any of the like. What the Creator has for me is what He has for me. And He's put people in my life that are extraordinary human beings. He has put people in my life that you would not believe, Zach. I don't have to go into it. I don't have to expound upon that, but you better know there are people that are in our corner and they see the work that I do every day and they are impressed. They are impressed and they are in full buy-in mode because of what they've seen from me. They ain't seen me come over here and be feminine and be crying about my plight and trying to, you know what I'm saying, and trying to, have my hand out for cash apps, begging, you know what I'm saying, and trying to fleece and trying to manipulate and trying to, you know what I mean, trying to misuse or misappropriate anybody. They ain't seen me come on here, you know what I'm saying, high and drunk, and you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know what I mean, and you know, and I've mismanaged what they've done for me. They ain't seen none of that. And I'm on here every day. So once again, this is a real black man here and the beast of one. I'm rolling.
And said it on both sides. We need to have empathy for him for what he's been through. 16 years of prison and your daddy done killed your mama and all that. He ain't gotta be messed up. Okay? But
Your head would be messed up, Mark. Your head would be messed up because you don't know how to process your emotions. See, that's what happens. You can go one or two ways when you're in this situation, y'all. This is what they don't understand. You can go one of two ways when you're in these circumstances. You can either break and you can start taking those psychotropic meds that they give you, which is Haldol, Seroquel, Zoloft. They got all of that stuff for you, right? They got all of that stuff for you if that's what you need to help get you through. They'll mash that stuff on you like it's nothing, right? Or you can dig deep and you can get on your knees to your creator and you can talk to him because there's nobody else there to pull you out. Who else you got? There's nobody to talk to. Nobody's there. You don't get mail. You don't get visits. You don't have no fucking TV. You in your thoughts. They barely want to give you books. All you got is what's in your mind to pull you through. So a man like Zach doesn't have the ability to speak about me in this regard, nor could I speak about his position and the femininity that he displays because we too different of a men. I don't dance for nobody. I don't jump through hoops for nobody. Hello, Miss Stacy. Appreciate you being. Shout out to the lovely Stacy Bradley.
For the women that he's talking about. But that's all coming from pain. A lot of times we think that we're feeling a certain way because we feel attacked by what somebody's saying. You know what I'm saying? It's a personal thing. But usually when people saying stuff about other people, it's how they feel about themselves. And it has to do with the things that they've been through. And
this is that feminine psycho babble. You can literally have an opinion about something and be cold toward it and not have a like or dislike for it. It's just simply that. Some people in here, I'll give y'all an example. Awesome don't like whipped cream. My homeboy used to tease me, y'all. Shout out to my homeboy, man. He got killed, man. My man, Alan Trent. We would go, you know what I'm saying? He caught me one day and we went to go get something. We went to this bar and they bought me something to drink and they had whipped cream on it. And he never let me live it down. Right? He teased me for the longest about it. And so I did, from that day on, you know what I'm saying? I never had, you know what I mean? I never was able to get whipped cream on my drink. Now, y'all, I can say I don't want whipped cream on my drink. That doesn't mean that I'm attached to it in some sort of a feminized way. I just don't want whipped cream on my drink. Or my coffee or whatever that might be. I'm a man, y'all. I don't want to drink whipped cream on my coffee. I don't want to drink that. I want to drink my coffee with some cream. I like some cream. I like it a little sweet. You know what I'm saying? I like that. But I don't want frothy whipped cream on my lips with cherry, with cream drizzle and with that caramel frappe. I don't drink that shit, man. I don't want it. All right? Now you cornballs can drink it all you want. This beast of a man here ain't drinking it. Not letting y'all see it, by the way. I'm rolling.
Do with you.
Well said, Zach.
Damn.
You know, one thing about this show,
this is a crazy day, man. Like,
there's a part, I know you gotta go, but we do mention your name, so I'm gonna skip to that part. But I wanna say this, what I really want from my platform, I want it to be an educational moment. When people say, it's Kendra, how can you sit there? How can you I can allow anyone to be themselves. I don't have to agree with you, but right. I feel
Kendra doesn't want educational moments, y'all. She wants content. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm the best guest she'll ever have. I'm her most memorable guest. She will never have a person on here like me. It would never happen again. I was a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon because of the circumstances that created me and everything else in between, okay? So that's just that. With that being said, I just don't like when people try to act like they're coming from some sort of they have some moral superiority over what we do. No, you don't have that. You do this because it's beneficial for you financially. that if you really wanted to have an educational moment, what you do is you ask the beast of a man to come up here and talk to Zach. Can you? Awesome. Is it possible you can come back and talk to Zach and get, you know what I'm saying? And then I would have said, yeah, I don't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? Listen, hit my Cash App. You see what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Bless me. Absolutely, I'll come up there. But you see, that would be fair. But you see, this right here does not give a man the position. It's like you're trying to fight me with one arm tied behind my back, but you saying that the fight is respectable. It's not a respectable fight. I'm rolling.
To give people the opportunity to express themselves. And I try to do that with all people. I do that when I get transgender people on the show. If I get a gay person, a lot of women were like, well, Kendra, why'd you let him go off? I do believe in freedom of speech. Now, we don't have to agree with it, but I think it's an educational moment. And this is the kind of guy, as much as I might have empathy, I would never date a man like Awesome. Like, there's no way. And
I've showed the pictures, y'all, when she was flirting with me. Did I not? Did I show y'all how she blushed when I talked? Why does her chat still say to this day, anybody who's in Kendra's chat, do they still say, is my name still mentioned? And do people still say, anybody who's seeing Kendra, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Somebody tell me I'm lying right now. I got 9 of y'all in this chat. Who watches Kendra and who has seen Kendra like Awesome? Kendra want Awesome. In that chat, it's still 9 months later. Y'all still have seen that as of recently. Keep it a buck. Like, Kendra, she gotta say this. Kendra absolutely digs me. And she absolutely does. I saw her blood. I pointed out y'all in my video, my first video I did. And there's nothing wrong with it. But Kendra know that I would never date her. Kendra knows that. She's too old and I don't like her attitude. Shout out to Edva. She's too old. Let me say it again. And I don't like her attitude. That boss bitch shit don't run over here. That run on these guys. I didn't call him an F-boy. Y'all see how nice I was? That runs over on guys like this. You can tell Zach, you know what I mean? Because you have the ability to scare him or to, you know, or and maybe not even, you know, he liked the plat, he liked his job or whatever perks that are offers from being involved with Kendra G. Awesome don't take no perks. I am who I am, and I will die before I change for anybody. If I believe in something, I will die for it. That's the difference between me and men like this. This is the difference between us, Tank. There's a difference between men like us, Tank. There's a difference. And so we have to continuously draw that line to make sure it's never understood. I'm wrong, or never misunderstood. I'm going on you.
actually, he doesn't want to date me. I'm not.
Shout out to you,
he's
Tank.
not
For sure.
for Kendra at all either, and I would never date a man like him. But what I always
Okay, Tank. I didn't know you peeped that.
I appreciate him being transparent. So if a woman decides this is the man for her, she knows.
But did y'all people disqualify? I wouldn't date him, but you see what I'm saying? Like this is, and here's the thing. Like y'all have to listen. Words matter. Take your steps. I wouldn't date him. He ain't for me. But this is, you see, this is the disqualifier. This is how they always try to move around a man or try to make sure that they hedge bets. If you don't think I'm a good bet, if you don't think I'm a, you knew how I was talking after the first bet. Talk. Yet you still had me on a second time. And a third. And which once again, I don't mind that, Kendra. All I'm saying is you should have been a woman enough or a business person enough or fair would have been having me up here to have this conversation with y'all. You just sit as the moderator, right? And then Zach and I could have spoke. And then I'd have walked down this shit. It wouldn't have been nothing. It'd have been light work. I'm on.
What she's getting.
She does.
So in that case, I can respect that. Now, do I recommend it? I wouldn't recommend it. But if you are the girl who fits and you feel as though I'm the woman for this, then that's your decision, right? I want to go to this. How much time you got, Zach?
I got about 5 minutes.
Okay, let me go to the part when we bring up you, because someone told me to bring you into this. Like that your father,
How y'all get to me?
your mother, and trauma shows up in all different ways. So I feel like there's a lot of deep things, and now I understand your mindset more. But in the conversation of the left,
Tank, that's how you dress. See that Tank?
Yeah.
See that suit, Tank? Killed that shit.
other races are big on marrying the women they have kids with. So,
6-year-old daughters.
Other races are not big on marrying the women that they have children with. It's a lot of men who have children. Like I've said this over and over again, y'all. The original baby daddy is the white man. I don't think y'all understand that. I don't think y'all understand history. He is the one who has colonized the European, the Caucasian has gone all over this planet, colonizing, destroying, and having babies. He has laid his seed on every continent on this planet in multiple different ways. This trying to push this over here, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It's just because the facts don't support it.
3 grandbabies. She was a baby mama, but she listened to her daddy and married the father of her children, and she's never been happier. She said, "Daddy, I'm finally living in my purpose." My daughter didn't always like me, Kendra. She didn't like me because she didn't understand exactly what I was telling her. But as life started to befall her, she said, "He's the man that I need to go to that I need to go to for help and assistance. He has the answers."
I'm gonna go to the part when we talk about Zach. Okay, this is the part when you come
Her
on.
mother was allowing her to
Shout out to Coco Girl. What's up, mama? Appreciate you being here.
unprotected in her own house, knowing what could happen. She literally poisoned my.
Y'all look at Gizmo.
We don't want to talk about this stuff, Kendra. We don't want to talk about the black women that are jealous of their black daughters for their youth and beauty and poison them. See, we won't get real here. I'm that guy. You got the wrong one on here, not you specifically, Kendra. I want you to know I'm not never speaking specifically to you. I'm just talking to you. You got the wrong one here. I fought for my daughter.
Lewski, what a dooski.
Them white devils wouldn't even give me an opportunity to be a father. I told them blank them and stepped. She did everything in order to undermine me, in order to see her daughter fail, and she couldn't wait. And I, for one, can't be happier to see that my daughter rose above it. I'm so proud of her. I hate her mother to the day I die.
I will.
And that's what it is. Do I hate her mother? No. I pity her mother. That one, I hate her guts. And I wish nothing but the ill will on her.
Whew. The baby awesome. Okay. Awesome. Have you ever gone to therapy, sir?
That's a great question. No, real men don't go to therapy. Yeah, that's another thing, Kendra. I take my problems to the Creator. I don't go to therapy. I don't go spilling my guts. If there's pain, if there's something that I need to address, I address it with the Creator. But I don't forgive or forget. I'm a man, Kendra. I'm very stoic. I'm just being blunt with you on your platform and giving these clowns, these silly cousins that you have, exactly what they were looking for. These weak black men who gossip like women, who think that it's okay to, man, you can tell a woman how you feel, and it's okay. Everything is feel, Kendra. That's the word. Feel. You suck.
Hey, y'all, that's classic. Feel. That's classic. To the black men that's in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, brothers. This is the only thing that Awesome regrets. The only thing I regret that I said on here. When I said that real black men don't go to therapy. I was wrong there. I misspoke. I don't need to go. What I'm saying, if you brothers think that you need to go and you brothers have problems that you dealing with and it's that serious to you, you get with you a black man. That's what I would suggest you. Absolutely make sure you get with a black man to make sure he can help, and a real black man at that. Not just a black face, but a black man, you get with him, don't have nobody else up there playing around in your thoughts. But you brothers get the help that you need, okay? That's my only thing that I ever will say that I should not have said. If you brothers need to go, if you brothers think that you dealing with something, you know what I'm saying, and you have nobody around that you can get with before it gets too late, make sure y'all get some help, brothers. But make sure you go to a black man. Other than that, yeah, we ain't doing that. Shout out to Lewski. Y'all ain't going neither, Lewski. But I just shouldn't have told all black men that. That was my only thing. Other than that, I stand on everything else I said.
I don't go to my daughter with feelings. I don't come to my woman with my feelings. I'm coming with results. So the woman that picks me, she's picking a winner, regardless of my current circumstances, Kendra.
I want to get to the part when we bring up Zach and Because they told me I should have brought you or Russell on. I think this is a part.
Oh, for 1 second. I think
Okay, while you get the bottle, let me get through some of these super chats.
Okay, go ahead. I'll listen.
This one said, Kendra, please add Russell or Zach to the line. I need to see him have a conversation with other men.
I mean, listen, if you think, first of all, I like Zach. Shout out to Zach Bug. I like Zach Bug. If you think a white man can tell me anything, you a fool. That part.
I'm gonna try to put that. Oh, the baby. Yeah, I was trying. So something's going on with the super chats. Let me put it. I want to put it on. Where was it at? Oh, here it is. Okay, here. Kendra, please ask. Okay, I have learned this. I have Russell on the show, and one thing I did, and I love Russell.
It was a lot of black men in the chat. Like I saw the chat. Tank, if you ever go back and watch this, it was a lot of black men. Like I'm with bro. Like it was a lot of solid black men that was sending a lot of. You always gonna have marks, y'all, because you know a lot of these niggas is just marks. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You can't help a lot of these guys, and nor do you want to help them. But they want to feminize black men. It's important that you feminize black men. If you really want to get something, if you really truly want to keep black men in positions of subservience, just continue to feminize them. And this is why it's difficult to get up. But not for me and not for the black men I'm rolling with.
I did learn that a lot of black men don't want to hear from Russell from this
Let me tell you why, Kendra. I want to explain this specifically.
Shout out to the chat. Let's see.
A work of Cuisinart.
Let's see. What you say, love, one on white. Is that a white?
Should these
What you
glasses
think?
be illegal in the U.S.?
I'm her daddy,
Nobody
Slowpoke. What you
believed me
think?
at first, but now everybody wants a pair. My friends roasted me for buying Miracle glasses online.
What
They
you
said I
think?
got scammed, but then
Stick
I
around and
showed
learn
them what
something,
they could
Mark.
do. Now they're
I
all
got a twin
begging
brother
me to
I can
send
talk
them
to
away.
about
They're
it.
called
Shout out to
Blue
Lusky then. Then
glasses.
you good.
And they're not.
Then you good. You know what I'm saying? You just need one, dog.
You can't tell me anything when you haven't walked in my shit.
And now you got me, dog. You got my email address. You know what's up.
Like this. If you're not successful when you're a white man in this country, you wasted your whiteness.
I don't care what you think. You a sucker.
Work twice as hard in order to get half as much. Kids, let me say this. I've been paying for felonies that I did back when I was a teenager. A white man who was convicted of 33 felonies now sits as the president of the United States, and he never did a day. He never took responsibility for nothing. So people need to stop trying to act like. And I'm gonna tell you something else too, Kendra. If I were white, I noticed when Zach was. Let me say this. When your man Russell is on here, I remember. Oh God, they eat him up. But let me tell you, black women, something. He don't like you. He not taking you home. He not taking your loud, masculine, big mouth ass nowhere. He not taking you.
He not. I'm just being, listen, if you think, a lot of you black men think, with black women think that you got options outside of your own people. I'm going to tell you something. You don't. And I'm going to tell you, and that's the same thing, and that's the same thing for the black men that are under the sound of my voice. You better start to recognize there's only, listen, anybody that just accepts you for the based on your race, listen, you just a pet to them. You're a motherfucking pet. Now, if you want to be somebody's pet, then get your punk ass on. You know what I'm saying? If that's just what it is. But real men don't play them games. Learn some, say love, whatever your name is.
Real. The best thing you
I'm not,
can do
bro.
is be honorable.
You're gonna get cussed out in there, say love. You better be careful.
That's what you better do.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna bring you in on that, Zach, because your name literally came up.
Shout out to Coke Girl. I
I'll bring
appreciate
in
you.
first.
First thing I want to say to him, especially if he watches this, appreciate the love. But listen to me, black man to black man. I know you think therapy is for punks. You know what I'm saying? And maybe traditional therapy, the way that you thinking is sit on the couch and talk to some white man, it ain't for you. Okay? But they got black male therapists that you can talk to, man. There are therapists
That's funny.
in the church. You know what I'm saying? They can offer you some help. I honestly think you need to talk to somebody. You got a lot of pain built up inside, you know.
I take my rage, I learned the cage and bottle it. Crushed the glass with my bare hands and swallowed it. This is what marks like this don't understand. This is you can't wrap your mind around a man like me. I'm a phenomenon, Mark. A Mark like you can never tell me what to think. A Mark like you could never dissect me. Y'all, anybody ever seen Silence of the Lambs when Hannibal Lecter was behind behind the cage? He talking to Clarice. Hello, Clarice. He said, you know what you look like to me? You look like a robe with your cheap shoes. He said with your pure West Virginia accent, but you're not more than one generation from poor white trash, aren't you? I can't remember the whole thing, but we say, you think you can come in here and dissect me with these blunt little tools? Who you think you are to talk to me? You ain't been through the fire with me. You ain't been through the fire, dog. You ain't been purified. See, you got to be purified in order to come out the other end, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all something. You're going to lose a piece of yourself in that fire. I'm not going to tell y'all that I'm a perfect man. I would be dishonest and disingenuous to my chat if I did that. What I am telling y'all is this. What I lost in the fire, I'm going to always find in the ashes. Let me say that again. What I lost in the fire, I'm going to always find in the ashes. So I don't go around looking for people to understand my position or to agree with it or to find solace in my position. That ain't where I'm at with it. Shout out to Tank. I like that comment. Black women need to read the book Contract and Domination before they thinking about have options. Shout out to Tank. That's facts. Shout out to Say Love. She said, I'm good. I know how to curse back. When you're in the right chat, then Say Love. Appreciate you for being here. But no, my baby's not white. I don't play them games. My baby is my seed. My baby is a black woman. She's a black girl. She's a black baby. Now, her mother is white. She's my seed. So let me make that very clear. Now, if you're coming over here to troll, that ain't going to work. If you're coming over here, you know what I'm saying, for educational purposes and enjoy the content, please kick your feet up. Shout out in medical apartheid. I never read that, Tank. I'm going to have to look at that. I'm rolling.
I mean, you be like, man, this brother is wrong. Like you be somebody who you be like, this is the most right. Like, I'm looking at him like, this is the most wrong nigga I know. Like,
that was funny.
It's like, what? He'll say something, I'll be like, he ain't lying. And then he'll say something, I'll be like, nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all within the same sentence. You know? And
the lovely pink rose as always.
And it keeps you in a way like, man. And that's where I'll be like, we have to start having empathy and help try to save our people.
Yeah.
Because what I see is, I see a man who's been hurt. 16 years of the system.
Yeah, he's been 16 years, different times, but altogether 16 years. 3 times.
Still, 16 years in your life taken away behind the bars is gonna do something to your brain. What he's been through with his parents is gonna do something to your brain. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to project the things that you don't like. So that's how you end up with a white baby.
See, and this is why a guy like him, this is why y'all didn't believe it was. I'll say this again for the people new to the chat. It wasn't in the spirit of good faith, there's a certain thing, y'all, if there's going to be a fight, 2 men, both of them knuckle up, no weapons, we see who's the best one. That's why I like boxing so much, pugilism. You get to find out who's the better man. There's always going to be a winner and outcome. You know what I mean? There's very rarely draws. More than not, we're going to get a conclusion and a decisive one. This was not, I was denied this. And I didn't like that because I should have had the opportunity. Tell me this stuff to me. Call my daughter a white baby to my face. Disrespect me to my face. Or at least through the internet. And then let me have the ability to disrespect you. See, now that you call my baby a white baby, now I'm going to call you a fag. I think you's a fuck nigga. See, initially I was trying to be respectful. But if y'all notice, I didn't go there. I just said that I think that you were feminized, brother. And you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that you gay. That just means there's more X and Y. You have both chromosomes and now you identify. But now the gloves is off. I think you a fuck nigga, Zach. I saw your video that you did when you went up there with Kendra, and I saw the way you dress. I see the way you move. I see the way your lips glisten. I think you are a weak, sorry black man. I think that you don't have any guts, and I think that since we're giving out opinions, right? Since that's what we're doing, so we're giving out opinions, I'm gonna tell you what my opinion is. You're not half the man I am. You couldn't go through what I went through. You'd have been somebody's girlfriend and that motherfucker looking as pretty as you look. Them niggas would have had you for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. You know what I'm saying? And a snack as well. So that's what I think about you. Since you took it there, now the gloves off and the respect that I had initially is gone. When you disrespect me, you get that work. And that's why I'm at with you now. And y'all heard me say initially, I respect Zach. And y'all remember, I saw this video previous, but I still said I respect Zach. Shout out to Zach. But since you want to be disrespectful, now I'm on a disrespectful shit too. You know what I'm saying? You a feminized ass, lame ass black man. And if you had some guts, you would have came over in some real empathy. You saw my situation and said, you know what? Let me send that brother a cash out, man. Let me bless him. Let me help out the situation. See, this is what's wrong with a lot of fake ass blacks. Let me tell y'all something, man. It's people that's behind the scenes that are doing things y'all would not believe for me to keep me afloat. That are helping in ways you would not believe, right? And they ain't all black. So this bullshit notion that I'm gonna tell you, want to know who's helping me the least? A fuck nigga like him. See, you didn't care enough to say, you know what, bro? Listen, man. Shout out to the brother trying to get his life together. He trying to, you know what I'm saying, get up out here. Kendra, you know what I'm saying? Get bro on here, you know what I'm saying? Let's bless him. Nigga, you ain't got no empathy for me, nigga. You all talk. You niggas don't never want to do nothing. You just want to talk. Lusky, we don't let nobody talk to us. We need to see some actions. Nigga, get your bitch ass up out of here. I'm rolling.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, but then I see a part of him where I'm like, man, I see a warrior spirit in him.
No, nigga, you couldn't see it in me, nigga.
I ain't to say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna stand on it. Right. You know, I like that aspect of him. No. I just want him to, you know.
No. Go ahead, my bad, y'all.
It's different types.
Real quick.
See, cut off. Listen. No, nigga, see, you pick it. You see how he had his best y'all, then he stopped? You see how, you know what I'm saying? I see the war in the spirit, but he gotta, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. No. You already said what you said. See, the respect is gone. See, what happens is, a man like you could never be me. So I try to speak for the black men who don't have the ability to speak for themselves. 70% of you niggas can't be saved no way. So I don't give a fuck about you no way. That's what you don't understand, nigga. 70% of you niggas can't be saved no way. I'm not Dr. King. I'm not trying to save y'all. I want you to get what you got coming. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Pink Rose. A friend of mine told me, he said, I got no empathy. He said, I want you to get what you, he told me when I was 21 years old, this is my man, Barrett Bay. He's about 55, said, look at Lame, I want what you want for you. He said, I only want what you want for you. I'm indifferent about it. If you got death coming and a bullet in the head, I want you to get that. If you got success and prosperity coming, I want you to get that. I ain't gonna lose no sleep about it either way.
But the part about a white man saying something over him opposed to a black man?
Through what he's been through, a white man can't tell him that.
Yeah.
Cause this man been in the system. He's sitting there and seeing white boys walk for less than he's done.
Right.
So it's in his mind, that ain't.
That's true.
That don't make sense to him. I don't want to hit nothing from you. So from what he's been through, I definitely understand what he's saying as far as that. You know, it's not the same.
One thing I noticed.
I don't like no white man telling me about character and guts. Like you can about how I should view the world. How I should. Now, if you want to sit back and you want to get some game, or you want to have a conversation, a masculine conversation, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Like let me tell y'all something. Austin can sit down and break bread with the most racist motherfucker you can find. I'm talking about, I hate you, nigga. I hate you too. Now, what you want to fight? Nigga, what you want to do? I hate you too. Now, you want to sit down and eat? I can at least respect him, y'all, because he's let his position be known. I respect men who will be themselves. Listen, I ain't changing for nobody. I can respect that. I don't like the people, y'all, that play in my face
You're not going to piss down my back, Pink Rose, and tell me that it's raining. I don't like that. Now it's different. Now it's something else. You ain't going to piss down Awesome back and tell me it's raining. Shout out to the lovely Pink Rose. Thank you so much. Her support is invaluable to me. She know who she is. She know what she does.
Kind of like you, there were some things I agree with. I do know that
Yeah,
black
Tank,
men are
gotta
not
do it.
equal in this country to white men, so that's a fact. We are black women are equal to white women. It's a white privilege.
Yeah, and black women go through it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The same way.
This is the femininity, y'all. This is the black women go through it too. I want you to say it. Y'all, let me explain to y'all something, chat, because maybe my chat doesn't understand this. During the Civil Rights Act, y'all, of 1965, when they were deciding, when King was in negotiations in order to get something for his people, there was certain opportunities, y'all, that was supposed to open up for black men. What they decided was they could get a 2-for-1. They decided they could get, if they put a woman in that position, they could get a minority hire, plus it counts as a black hire. So it kept the people off their back. What does that do? That feeds into the Willie Lynch theory, which was previous to that, which is keep black women over black men. So therefore, black men are always looking up. And this is why you throw some black women get it too. Hey, fuck nigga, we talking about black men. This is why y'all a lot of times you can't have, and they probably did a good job not having me on here, because it would have been the kind, y'all think those first 2 interviews was something. They wouldn't have did nothing to this, because I would have cooked this mark. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not in a position to have these conversations, dog. Or I would have respected him more if he would have just simply said, look here, man, I don't agree with everything this brother's saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with him. You know what I mean? And that's just where I'm at with it, and left it there. But when you start trying to make side comments about my daughter, I'll put it to you about her. Let me tell you something. That little girl saved my life. I wouldn't be here without her. My daughter saved my life. I was going to get killed by the police because I absolutely was not going back. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, as sure as the sun is coming up, as sure as y'all about to blink y'all eyes, I told myself I was never going back. It was just that simple. So whenever they pulled down on me, whenever they rolled up on me, it just was what it was. And I kept them tools on deck. We let the chips fall where they may. But I was not going back in that place to let them do that to me again. I know what I had been through. And I know that I don't know how to behave in them places. I'm a very disagreeable individual. So whenever anybody disrespect this little girl who saved me, she got me for a daddy. She don't got no coward for no father. And if y'all thought that I was fierce previously, test me about her and find out. Test me. This little girl is protected. She was not supposed to be as healthy as she is. She was not supposed to be as strong as she is. She is aggressive, rambunctious, sweet. She is funny. She is mean. She has spirit. And she loves me. She gave me something to love when nobody loved me. And now America is falling in love with her too. She has people that support her and that love her and that want to see the best for her. And I am her protector, and I'll be damned if I will allow anybody to disrespect her. She got people now. She may not have what everybody else got, Zach. We may not have what you got. You got your mom, your dad, and you know what I'm saying? You got your girl, and you know what I mean? You got her family. Appreciate the hearts. You got a lot of people. That's great for you, Zach. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. I don't begrudge you, brother, for having that. But what you're not going to do is ever disrespect my daughter. And if I ever see you, I'm going to make you eat. I'm not going to forget you said that. If I ever run into you in these if I ever run into you, I'm not going to forget you. I'm not going to forget what you said about my daughter.
I've seen it. Like, I'm just going to say this. A white woman that work in a working environment, if she start crying, she gonna be looked at as weak. White woman start crying.
No, but white woman cries. Everyone's gonna want to save her.
Yeah, they gonna run to her.
They're gonna run to her. They're gonna rescue her.
Yeah, black woman angry, weak.
Yeah.
I know we don't want to say it, but we live two different lives in this world.
We do.
We do. It's just fact.
One thing I think that I hear a lot on my show is this is probably the biggest problem I have with Awesome, but he used it as a man to explain this. Is I get people that will request the opposite, well, who they are. They won't date themselves. I get a lot of people that come on my show and it's like, if you were you wouldn't date you. Like Awesome is a man who wants a black woman with no kids. And he has 2 baby mamas that he didn't marry, but you are not even considered if you have a child because there's no way he would raise your bastard child in his words. But yet you have to come in and be a mother to his child. So I put this in the category of people not wanting to date themselves. And that's the part where
No, Kendra, I don't want to date myself. I don't want to date anybody masculine and disagreeable and hateful and tough and strong with scars and pain and hate and rage. No. No, I don't. No. I want to date a woman who's sweet and soft and empathetic and cares and is easy to get along with and who's soft and who's pretty and who's helpful and who sees the best in humanity. Yes. The fuck, you don't understand that? What y'all brain don't work? Like, so what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I said it. Shout out to Lusky, what a dooski. That's my dog, man. I missed this episode. I ain't know if she spoke on you. Yeah, Lusky, this was one of those Kendra G thoughts, a platform that she formed just for me, but yet never had me on. She never had a Kendra G's thoughts. She did 2 episodes on me that I know of. This was the second one. We reviewed the first one. This is the second one after my second interview. And so, you know what I mean? What I would have respected Lusky if she would have just had me on. You know what I'm saying? Let me speak to this man specifically to defend my position. Shout out to Miss Linda. And I'm gonna tell you something. Miss Gizmo, she feels the love that y'all have for her. I don't know if y'all know this, but y'all have become family. You know what I'm saying? A family, whether y'all know it or not. It's not ideal for everybody, but sometime in life, man, you play the cards that you dealt, dog. Like, I got to play a hand, y'all. Like, it's either play the hand or fold. What the fuck you want me to do? I don't fold. I'm rolling.
This is me, because it's like you are judging a woman, but you would be her if you were a woman. But the way he explains that is, well, I'm a man, and she's a woman, and that's that. So that's my biggest place where he loses me, is how he judges who he actually kind of is. But then, like you, the empathy card comes in when I learned that his parents got murdered.
I don't want nobody's empathy.
Listen,
Keep your empathy, Kendra.
I know it's hard for black people.
Kendra, if you were empathetic, then you would have blessed my Cash App. If you truly, y'all, let me explain to y'all the difference between. I'm gonna explain this, y'all, but then I want somebody to, Miss Pink Rose, if you don't mind, could you put the definition of empathy in the chat, please? My lovely moderator, thank you so much. Empathy, y'all, is the ability to put yourself in another person's shoes and to basically to take yourself outside of your position and put yourself in their position to see it, right, for what it is. That's truly what empathy is. The ability to see things, thank you so much, Pink Rose, the ability to see it for exactly what it is, right? That is what empathy is. That is what being empathetic is. If they were truly empathetic, y'all, where was the Cash App when y'all know that I was in the shelter struggling? Y'all know I didn't have anything. Y'all know I had lost everything in order to give her an opportunity. You see, that's what real empathy would have done, y'all. Kendra's rich. It would have been nothing, y'all, for Kendra to put a band on me. That would have been life-changing at that point. Man, you came on, you gave me great content. You cooked for me twice. I done got I got a whole new revenue stream opened up. I had 5,000 in the chat. I had 5,000 in the chat because of you. Thank you so much, y'all, the lovely Pink Rose. Empathy definition. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Thank you, Pink Rose. Why do I say that, y'all? Because if Kendra was really empathetic, she would have allowed that to move her. That would have, you know what, that story that I told would have been so moving that it would have forced her to put, you know what, let me put something on him. Let me bless his cash out. Let me help this brother to get past this spot. But you didn't do that. See, so you talk empathy, but you don't show empathy. Pink Rose, Edva, Mai, Cheapo. Those are people who have shown empathy. Don't come to me talking about you empathetic. Keep your empathy.
To make it in this country. It just is what it is. There ain't no lies there. So I understand that component. But I just hate the way
Facts,
you
Luski.
know, he judges black women or women in general that have kids when you have two children.
You know what they didn't say though, y'all? How I judge black men, how I call black men. I said, you know what? I said, Kendra is right. You niggas is some hoes. I said, yo, Kendra right, man. A lot of you black men is cowards, man. You guys who come out here with these podcasts and, you know what I'm saying, always complaining about women and this, that, and that. She didn't mention that, though. She didn't mention that. I literally get, and Kendra was right in that regard.
I love it. But I think
That's facts, Luski. She should have had me on.
I think Zach is a busy guy, so I appreciate Zach doing this. This is the second Kendra's Thoughts reaction video with Zach. And people say I don't understand him. No, I do understand him. I can understand you and not agree with you, right? But I can give you enough respect to understand your point of view. And the thing is, y'all gotta remember, I talk to all different people. So I hear it all. I've heard it all.
Let me explain to y'all something. Y'all, that's basically it. Kendra ain't talking about shit. That's like the last. Matter of fact, no, let me let y'all hear it out.
I heard the
it's
wigs,
like,
I heard the weeds, I heard the age. There's nothing I haven't heard, so I'm numb.
Another minute.
It doesn't bother me personally.
Yes, it did. Kendra's lying. It absolutely did bother her personally. That's why she kept saying, well, you wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for a boss chick. Do y'all remember that? It clearly bothered her. It clearly bothered. When I kept saying, Kendra, I'm not talking to you. Don't take this stuff personally. I'm talking to you, but I'm talking through you, actually. You know what I'm saying? I was very clear about that. So Kendra was bothered. She did not like that a man like me was telling her what I thought about her to her face and to her weak ass, lame ass chat. And I really was talking to these weak ass, lame ass black men who always got something to try to say. Get your feminine ass up out of here, my nigga. You niggas is soft. And you wonder why you don't have nothing is because your women don't see you as takers. They don't see you in a warrior position. They don't see you with a predatory mindset. You don't wake up hungry. You niggas is full, and that's your problem. You like motherfucking cats that's being scratched on the belly all day. You ain't dangerous, nigga. I'm dangerous.
Allow a person to like what they like.
What you laughing at, Edda? Better stop laughing.
To not, why are you using this man? I don't know what happened. I don't mean to. Okay, Zach might have went away. I'm not sure what happened with
Facts,
Zach.
Tank. Another mark.
We'll go back. I'll play a little bit more until Zach comes back. I think Zach's.
This settlement check completely changed my life, and it came from a car accident I almost forgot.
Let me tell y'all something, man. The only way out is through. See, this is what they don't want to tell y'all. This is what they don't want you black men, Lusky, to understand. They think you can, they letting you think you can bargain your way out. That was it, y'all. It never came back on. That was it. They want you to think, y'all, you can bargain your way out.
Good morning.
That's the new one. That's the old one.
Here's the.
They want you to think, y'all, you can bargain your way out.
I told you guys. Good morning.
Ain't no bargaining, y'all.
We're testing out something.
And he up there like he the one girl got. Oh, shout out Facts. Yeah, Facts. Facts, Lusky. They want you to think you can bargain your way up out of this thing. They want you to think that somehow you can buy. I want y'all to understand something, man. Freedom ain't free. Freedom ain't free, dog. I think sometimes people don't understand that. For what black people have today, there was more bloodshed than you will ever know. Than I will ever know. who am I to spit into people's faces who fall? I gotta fight, man. I gotta fight. I wasn't gonna tell y'all this, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Today, before I'm getting ready to come on the show, Gizmo is asleep. I get a knock at the door. I'm thinking, I just open the door now, y'all, because I know I'm not doing nothing nefarious or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really, I'm not really alert like that as far as not opening the door. I know I ain't got nothing going. Open the door, y'all. Who is it out there? It's 12 police. One guy who is in a uniform, a young guy, about maybe 25-ish, maybe. Other cat, big white guy in plain clothes. But they don't know whether, they always stand to the side because you don't know if somebody gonna start shooting. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He told me, yeah, we got a call, it's a baby crying. I said, what? He said, we got a call, it's a baby crying in there. I said, man, you got the wrong house, dog. He said, what, you got a baby in there? I said, yeah, why? He said, he was, how big is she? I said, she little, why, what's going on? He said, that she wasn't crying. I said, I'm a beast of a man, my daughter don't cry. And he started laughing. He said, oh, okay. He said, woody woo. And I slammed the door. Why do I say that, y'all? Because right across from me, we got the nastiest hood rattest. I got a hood rat from hood rat hell right across the street from me with a bonnet, tattoos on her face. She got niggas coming in and day out. Y'all, it's 41 degrees outside right now today. Cause I looked at the temperature. It's a kid running around that's 5 years old outside with no shoes on. I saw a 3-year-old the other day, y'all, 3 to 4, with a pamper on in the door and a nipple in her mouth and nothing else on, no clothes. These people are some of the ignorantest people. These are the black people that people are trying to get away from. This is niggas. I'm trying to get away from niggas, right? I want to be around like-minded people. I want to be around people that appreciate me and who I appreciate. And we working together in unison. You know what I'm saying? For a common goal. Did they go over there? It came over here. Now, y'all didn't go further. It didn't go further. Because I ended up slamming the door, you know what I'm saying? It's in the third. I don't owe him an explanation. No, you can't come in. Who was you to come? He didn't ask if he could come in, y'all. I'm not going to embellish the truth. He didn't ask if he could come in, which I would have said no. I said, I would have said, okay, well, dog, yeah. I said, yeah, but I tell you what first. You let me into your house, walk around and see what's going on first, and then I'll return the favor. Y'all get the likes commensurate with the chat, please. The lovely introvert has entered the building. In the building, this is what you have, y'all. So I want to say something, because some people may say, Awesome, you're a hypocrite. Maybe you're right. But I tell you this one thing, before you deal with whether Awesome is a hypocrite, you deal with the hypocrisy that made me. You go deal with that first. And then you come back and address me. Go deal with the hypocrisy of this country that made and shaped me. Go deal with all of that made me who I am. Then come back and talk to me. Because life is full of hypocrisy. It truly is. You just have to learn how to accept it. Men and women are not the same, because what is required of one is not going to be required of the other. So why would I raise my daughter to think that she's equal to a man when his burden is going to be different than hers? Makes no difference to me. But once again, this is stupid people on the internet who don't know nothing talking. Shout out to somebody new in the chat. Shout out to Miss Colleen. Hello, Miss Colleen. Just came from the Kendra video. Just came here from the... Okay, hello, Miss Colleen. You caught the live. Thank you so much. Good to have you over here. Kids, yes. I think that a lot of times that wig, when you get that glue on the wig, that glue seeps into your brain, especially when you use that, you know what I'm saying, that shit that she used. Kendra never lets her scalp breathe. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times them chemicals done affected her mind. So she thinks she can just come over here and scare, you know what I'm saying? A man like me don't run, y'all. A lot of guys will tuck tail. A lot of guys will seek refuge. But I was explaining this previous, Lusky. I'm in the fire. This is where I'm comfortable, y'all. I want everybody to understand this. When I was in the hole, when I was in prison, when I was in the streets beefing, and it was life and death, I'm comfortable. I'm like, oh yeah, this is right where I'm supposed to be. This is just another form of it. Only difference is I have a community now that got my back. Right? And see, you all see me every day with my daughter. You all see me every day. That's why can't nobody tell my chat about me. I don't have a fake chat. I got real support. I have real, genuine support. People who have made pledges behind the scenes to never let me fall. That's from the Creator himself. That got nothing to do with me. I'm just a tool that he's using. That's all I am, y'all. I'm just this. He's just pushing the buttons. I'm this at best, a hammer or screwdriver. I'm just there to get the job done. He's using me. I'm being used. And I finally just said, you know what, man, do what you want to do, dog. Because I ain't got the answers. Tell y'all something. Check. Pink Rose, I never said this story. About 2.5 months ago, this after Gizmo get hurt, y'all, at daycare. And I couldn't find nobody to watch her. And I'm falling further and further behind because obviously I had to quit my job, right? And I was looking for another job, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I didn't never make much money, you know what I'm saying? But maybe, I was lucky if I made $200 a week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, them chicken jobs and shit. Because, with the daycare, y'all, they tell you that they want you to come pick your daughter up or your child at a certain time. They said 6 o'clock, but they really don't mean 6 o'clock. They really mean 4. Those people be wanting to go, right? Because they got to get through traffic and they got to get to their own children. They want them children out of there, right? And so, got to wake up, feed her, get her dressed, make sure her bag is packed. I would always try to, make sure that her clothes and stuff were laid out the night before. I would try to take as much of the guesswork out of this thing, y'all, as I possibly could. You know what I'm saying? So I would try to make sure her bath was taken care of, make sure that everything was basically laid out the night before, like my mother would show me. And so, because we used to do so, make sure that basically I had her clothes. So basically all I had to do in the morning was wake her up, wipe her down, right? Well, feed her. Change her diaper, feed her, wipe her down, get her dressed, you know what I'm saying? And then I would go about the process of getting myself ready, which I always wore the same thing anyway. Try to get my exercise out the way, you know what I'm saying? Whatever push-ups I was doing, whatever circumstance I'm saying, but I'm trying to hurry up and get it all in. My meditation, okay, bro, you got to attack it. Get to the bus stop, this, that, and the third. So, y'all, I'm going there, y'all, but like I said, I'm trying to keep everything in perspective, but I'm falling farther and farther behind, y'all. I mean, y'all, we barely were eating. I couldn't get food stamps. I've been down to the food stamp office, y'all, 5 times. We still don't even have Medicaid. And I've been down there, y'all, I've asked, I'm talking to them people. I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to get this thing fixed. I'm trying to get something for us. I'm trying to straighten this ship out, right? Nothing going right. Y'all, I wasn't eating. There was nothing to eat, right? There was nothing to eat. I was eating a lot of snacks, right? Slim Jims. Yeah. The power went out. Water was off at one point. I didn't know if we was gonna make it. I said to myself, good night, Miss Linda. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for stopping in. I said to myself, I said, okay, this is different. Because now I can't even work. Now I can't even work for the little money that we were getting. Can't even work for that. There's nobody to watch her. Once she got her at the daycare, y'all, that changed everything. Because I couldn't send her back. I couldn't. I was filled with so much hate. Because, not just because she got hurt, y'all, but because they lied to me. They looked me in the face, Lusky, and told me that they gave me 3 different stories. And I knew I could never trust them again with her. So now I'm stuck at the house. Y'all, it's all falling apart. I got on my knees and I told the Creator, I said, man, I'm toast. I'm out of answers. I'm out of answers, man. I don't got them. I don't got them. You see what's going on around me. I can't do it. You're going to have to make something happen, man. I can't do it. There was no way to go. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'd rather cut my tongue out than ask my relatives for anything. I would cut my tongue out first. I didn't know what I was going to do, y'all. With no food stamps coming in. Not long after that, y'all, I got a cash app. She knows who she is. You're not going to tell me the Creator ain't real. You don't know nothing about it, man, until you've been through it. You don't know nothing about it. So don't ever come over here to this channel thinking you can question my masculinity and what I've been through. I apologize, chat, for putting this on, y'all. I had this hanging up for quite some time. This one of them old. Lusky, you remember the old Adidas fits? Lusky, you remember the old joints? Lusky, this joint, I had this joint so old. But still look new. I ain't rocked it in forever. I didn't have time to get dressed for y'all. But yeah, Lusky, that's real. That's real talk. You know, people talking about real talk. No, that's real talk. Lusky, I literally got down on my hand. I said, man, I can't do this. You're going to have to make a way. I'm out of answers, man. What you want from me? I know you gotta make it hard. I get that. But you gotta make it doable. I was getting up, I was working, I was putting everything I had back in her. I'm trying, man. But she not even eating properly. She getting sick. She got this nighttime cough. I couldn't stop it. This place was drafty. Y'all don't know that, man. Y'all don't know the power was off. I wasn't going live. Y'all don't know that. I couldn't let y'all know that because once I do that, then I really got a major problem because my haters is gonna try to use that against me. Yeah, That part. And all this, y'all, the only time Awesome ever didn't have money in the world was like, getting money ain't never been a thing. Keeping it has been an issue. Getting it has never been an issue. I struggled like y'all wouldn't believe. And I'm not saying this, y'all, to make this a sad moment or a woe is me moment. However, what I am saying this is to these people out here that's trying to talk about me, come walk a day in my shoes. Then come tell me something about it. Show me your scars. Show me what you've been through. Show me something that's commensurate to this. I don't know why I like this word commensurate, everybody. Also got a new word. I probably didn't even use it right at that point. Show me. Then come back and talk to me. Y'all, Eminem said something in that 8 Mile. Said something. It's one of the realest things that he ever said. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Don't never try to judge me, dude. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. But I know something about you. Appreciate y'all for being here with Beast of a Man. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe button. Thank y'all so much for being in here. It's a pleasure. My chat make me. I'm nothing without my people. Shout out to the lovely moderator extraordinaire, Pink Rose. We're holding it down. Shout out to Introvert. You was late. Don't be late no more. Shout out to my brother Lusky, Tank. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Beast of Men that come through showing love. Appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to the lovely Ediva. Shout out to who else popped in? Shout out to the lovely Miss John Carlo. Oh, I got somebody new on. My apologies, Jack Carlo. Oh, Jack Carlo. What do you think about our young people coming together behind elders with a vision? So, Jack Carlo, hold on. What do you think about our young people coming together behind elders with a vision? Give me a little bit more to that, Jock. I'm gonna answer that before I go. I apologize. I didn't see that. I'm just scrolling back through the chat, making sure. Shout out to Collector Colleen. Miss Colleen, somebody new to the chat. Make sure you like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all so much. I wouldn't be who I am without y'all. Awesome don't run from that. I think, Jock, what you basically saying is, I think to try to get a little bit of clarification, young people coming together behind elders with the vision. Well, a lot of times our community gonna be toast because you got too many people that want to be in charge. There's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. And you know what I'm saying? In order to, and I just tell y'all something, I want to be on the winning team. It don't matter to me who get it. If I'm on the winning team, that's all I particularly want. But everybody they want to be in positions of leadership roles and this, that, and the third. So it's very difficult to galvanize. Only 30% of people is worth saving anyway. To hell with everybody else. That would be my, you know what I'm saying, response to you. Appreciate everybody for being in here. Pink Rose, moderator extraordinaire, you the best. Thank the chat so much. Y'all in here with a Beast of a Man. You know who I am. You know what it is. You know I don't play. Ah!